Hugh Hewitt. Thank you so much for listening. Day 2 of the Great American, indeed, the world shut down. I'm so proud of this great country. Really, it is just remarkable how people get it and pull together and put aside their differences. And we're always way ahead of mainstream media. We're always, I am a little bit vain about having warned everyone ineffectively throughout January that the coronavirus was coming, to the point of having Dwayne telling me I was losing audience because I was doing it. But I am very glad we have all gotten the message now. I wish I'd rather been right about Bernie and wrong about the coronavirus throughout the whole month of January, but I was wrong about Bernie and right about coronavirus, so perhaps now you'll listen. What you get, and I'm going to remind you every morning, is calm, focused, fact-based news from me. I'm pro-American and pro-world, and I have a bias towards silver linings and good news and a bias against division and distortion, and especially sensationalism and politicization of the pandemic. And I believe in what Alex Haley said, find the good and praise it. So I'm starting this morning. This will surprise many of you. Many of you will be shocked. I'm starting this morning with a story about Cleveland. Specifically, Cleveland Cavaliers' Kevin Love. Now, he is a member of the 2016 championship team that completed the greatest comeback in the history of team sports ever. I think we've all agreed on that. When the Golden State Warriors collapsed and they were supposed to be killing the Cavaliers, and the Cavaliers were down 3-1 in 2016, and LeBron came out of nowhere to make the Batman block, and this makes Ben cry. He's sobbing quietly over at the screening table right now. But it's true. It was the greatest comeback in organized sport. Kevin Love was part of that team. He's part of Cleveland Cavs today. This is a story from Chris Federer in the Cleveland.com. One day after the sports world stopped and mine started to race, Kevin Love paused to think about how others would be impacted by the NBA suspension and the arena shutting down because of the rapid spread of the coronavirus. He vowed to donate $100,000 to the Kevin Love Fund in support of the Cleveland Cavaliers arena and support staff that had a, quote, sudden life shift. As part of his heartfelt Instagram post on Thursday, Kevin Love said he was hopeful that others would join in supporting communities. That's exactly what transpired. It's a positive moment during a dark time, Federer wrote. On Friday, after seeing Love's initial contribution, Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis and his family pledged $100,000 to the FizServe Forum. I don't know what they call it up in Milwaukee. Other members of the Bucks came forward to do the same. Then Detroit's Blake Griffin stepped up, vowed to help Little Caesars Arena workers while sharing a quick back and forth with Love on social media. Rookie Zion Williamson, who's quickly become one of the faces of the league, said he would cover salaries for all of the Pelicans arena staff over the next month, a way of thanking them for their support and hard work. Each player has had a different post, one with a specific message. Getting through this crisis will be a team effort and will be about coming together as a community to support others in any possible way. Beyond Love's generosity, nearly every NBA owner or organization has publicly or reportedly discussed an intention to compensate employees throughout the shutdown. Now, I retweeted that on Twitter, and Baseball's Almost Back is a Twitter account that's legit. Older person. As a seasonal Mariners employee, he wrote, or she wrote, I stand to lose about $10K of extra income. While my main job makes this just a small problem, I know plenty who this potential lost income will actually hurt if the season never starts. Really curious how Major League Baseball will handle this. And last word, William writes, he just writes about sports and politics. I call balls and strikes. Don't like it, don't follow. And he's a legit, he's not a troll. And you and I, Dwayne, we know about 1,000 billion people who work that. We know what those jobs are, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're the usually white-haired guy, shows you to your seat. If someone gets a little bit rowdy, they call security.
Ushers, concession workers, the guys that throw the peanuts at you, the guys that call out churros and throw churros at you. Yeah, there's lots of people that depend on that as like a second job.
And on the way into the stadium, you'll find all the vendors with the big red hands, number one, and you'll find all the Cavaliers gear, and of course the Indians this year going to the World Series and all. They will be. That's coming up. They will have all sorts of memorabilia to sell. And, of course, the Browns, who signed yesterday Jack Conklin and a great tight end and a backup, Casey Keenum, has come to Cleveland. We had a great day for the Browns yesterday. All their seasonal employees need help. And if their players do what Kevin Love did And then, much more importantly, if employers around the country follow that lead. Now, Adam is a married man. His wife works in retail. Not going to tell you where, not going to tell you for whom. They're taking 2 weeks off with the great 15-day shutdown, slowdown, and will be compensated. I had many conversations yesterday with my number 2 at the Nixon Library in Yorba Linda, and everyone's going to work from home. Everyone's going to get paid. We're going to repurpose some employees, teach them how to do phone stuff, phone booking, that kind of stuff. Brides want to have a tour of the East Room. They're going to do a virtual tour of the East Room because that's really one of the most popular wedding venues in all of California. That exact replica of the East Room in the White House. Why wouldn't it be? But we're not going to do those tours. We're going to do everything virtual and until April 1. 15 days is April 1. So the whole country has to basically stand behind their employees, and the Congress will also pass. Some companies cannot do that. Small businesses especially that are living on thin margin and just open cannot do that. But you can also go out of your way. In the next segment, I'm going to read you the guidance from the president, but I want you to hear what the president said yesterday at the White House press. He was great, by the way. He was terrific yesterday. Cut number 2.
Dr. Birx is going to...
Did you hear that? That's what everyone is doing. From Kevin Love to the president, approach this time as though it were your finest hour. We did that in 9/11. We did that in 2008. I know the market went down 3,000 points. It may go down again today. It'll go up eventually. After the pandemic is contained, there will be an enormous and rapid rebound. Tell everyone to be calm, eat pizza, have fun, stay home, and listen to the Hugh Hewitt Show. Stay